All right, welcome inside the Media Center here at the JM Eagle LA Championship presented by Plus Pro. We're joined by our champion, Hannah Green. Hannah, that was a whirlwind. I mean, had to bury a 25 footer on the last hole in regulation to get to that playoff. You know, came up pretty clutch in the playoff. Just tell me about the last, 45 minutes, an hour of your day here.
Yeah, it went by very quickly, which is probably a good thing, just to be able to finish on 18 and then not have too long in between the playoff. And obviously I hold a really good putt, so it was nice to have that momentum. But yeah, I mean, if that putt didn't go in, I wouldn't be here right now. So it was a really clutch birdie on the first time I played 18 and the second time. And I was lucky I just needed to make par on the last.
What was going through your head over that 25 footer? I mean, that's a challenging putt in this Poana.
Yeah, I pretty much all day I left every putt short. I guess I knew how quick the greens were in previous years, and I was just frightened to give myself that 4 or 5 footer coming back, and instead I gave myself a 3 or 4 footer short. So I knew I obviously needed to get it to the hole, and I knew I needed to hit a little bit harder than what I had all day. And I don't often get my caddy to read my putt, but I pulled him in for the last hole, and we both saw the same line, so it was nice to have that confidence that I was seeing the correct line, and yeah, just stroked it, and it went perfectly in the hole.
Showed some emotion with Karen on Golf Channel. I know it's been, like you said, a long few years out here on tour. Played well, but just hadn't come up a couple short.
Yeah.
What does it mean to just finally get it done and hoist that first trophy since 2019?
Yeah, I was so excited for 2020. And then obviously COVID happened, so it was really strange coming back to tournaments to defend with no spectators and obviously the COVID lifestyle. I guess I gave myself a couple opportunities in 2021. Last year, I was close, but probably not as close as I have been before. So I guess that's why I was tearing up after the round, just because I've had so many good results, and that's why we work so hard, is to be able to hoist a trophy. It just shows how much it means.
I know one of the three is a major championship, but where does this one rank as far as the 3 wins?
So I said the first one was important, obviously a major championship. I said the second one was nearly just as big, because I then proved to everyone and myself that I could back it up. But I think honestly this one is really important, because I feel like this is just going to kickstart remembering how to learning to win. It's tough to win golf tournaments. So sometimes you can play your best golf and it not be good enough. You just got to hang in there. So I think this is honestly just as big as the first 2.
We'll open it up to questions.
Hannah, Alan Basiahi, Eagle Broadcasting Net 25. About halfway through the first tiebreaker, all of the caffeine and energy drinks that we downed basically wore off. Can you please talk about what it means to have such a tight cluster of athletes? How does that speak? Because you were all vying for first place. How does that speak towards the talent in the LPGA?
Yeah, I mean, just look at the top of the leaderboard, the amount of countries, different countries that were up there today. All 3 of us played really well today, and it's hard because we're friends, so it's like we want to host that trophy, but we also want other people to do well. So I heard those both of them make birdie on 18, and I knew that's what I needed to do. But yeah, it's tough to win out here. The caliber of golf has really improved, even in my 5 years of being on tour.
And lastly, we saw the tears at the very end. Can you please just share a little bit, if you want to, a little bit of the emotions that you were going through?
I actually missed the cut last week at Chevron. And my other 2 wins that I had on tour, I missed the week prior. So not that I want to miss cuts, but it has been some sort of a recipe to win. But I've had great results here. I came runner-up last year, 3rd the year before. So I jokingly said that I was going to come first this week. So it's just nice to come back to a place where I've had confidence, because I felt like I've had a slow start to the year. But obviously this really changes things.
Left hand.
Yep. So you still have your shoes on. Did you do the shoey thing?
I did not. It wasn't my suggestion. My caddy said that when we win next that he'll do it, so I was kind of hoping that he could just do it and not me. But maybe that'll be after. We'll see.
Just one quick housekeeping. The club you hit on 18 every time?
8 on.
8 on, okay. Yeah. Do you work with a sports psychologist? And I'm just wondering if so, what you've talked about in terms of trying to get over that hurdle again.
Yeah, I actually just spoke to someone this week, Julie, who works with the LPGA. I just felt like I was kind of not really in the right place leading into this year because I haven't had a quick start to the year like I have in other seasons. So I just wanted to pretty much chat to someone that I haven't spoken to before and just make sure that, you know, I'm not overthinking things. And we kind of, I guess, made a plan for a post-shot routine versus a pre-shot routine. And I mean, I didn't have to do it too much because I played well this week, but I think just keeping things the same for when I play well and when I don't play so well is what we kind of worked on, and it's obviously played off today.
Just real quick, what is the post-shot routine?
I guess when I'm not playing well, I tend to carry my golf club, whatever club that may be, off the tee, second shot, third shot, and I'll almost walk to it like with it in my hand to the green. So straight away I have to give it to my caddy because I don't do that when I hit a good shot. I give it to him straight away. So just training your brain to think differently.
Go back over to my right. Shaq?
How did you come to that discovery of the club situation?
I knew I've always done it, but I knew that I guess my self-chat and kind of my demeanor on the golf course looked different. I had my coach and my physio out last week, and I don't know if it just was more pressure being a major championship, but I just felt like I was a bit more down than I would be if I was playing the same way. So I just wanted to kind of acknowledge it and make sure that obviously it doesn't get any further. But you know, golf can be really frustrating, and sometimes showing emotion is a good thing. But I think just making sure that it doesn't get too deep and affect your next shot.
And this setup today, you made a lot of pars, 14 in a row. It was very kind of major-like. What does this win do for you going forward the rest of the year, especially with a POA greens up at Pebble Beach and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I said to my team and my caddy, I feel like once I get over the hurdle of having my third win, that will just open doors, because I was really nervous today. I hadn't been in that position for quite some time to be, especially in a playoff, to win a tournament. So when I hold that 4-footer, I felt like I was literally shaking like crazy, and that you could see it visually, but I don't really know. Maybe I'll have a look at the footage. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm just really excited. Obviously, it kind of frees up the rest of the year. Not that I'll do things too differently, because I want to keep winning and, you know, have moments like these where I'm talking to you guys after tournaments. But yeah, we're pretty fortunate for the venues we get to play, so I'm excited for them.
Like you said, you had kind of an average round for most of the day. Were you at all surprised when you stepped to the 18th tee that you actually had a chance to force your way into a playoff?
Yeah, I think when I got off the par 5 13th, I saw someone at 10 under par. So at that stage, I was at 7 under, and I thought, oh, there's no chance that I'm even in it. But, you know, at Wilshire, you can't really put yourself out of it, because 17 and 18 are both hard holes. Obviously, I had a really good finish yesterday, you know, 5 under through 6 holes, so I kind of was just banking on that. But I guess, yeah, to hold that putt on 18 was huge, and I knew that was to get into the playoff. So I'm just proud of myself with all the nerves that I had, that I was able to capitalize on it and hold it.
Obviously, that putt was huge, but the up and down on 17 was equally as big.
Yeah.
Talk about that chip shot and what you had to do.
Yeah, I actually walked up with the putter, and then I got there and I saw there was 3 sprinkle heads in my line. So I was like, oh shit, I haven't hit a chip shot all day. I missed probably 4 greens, but I was able to putt from each of them. They just barely missed. So literally hadn't hit a chip in 4 or 5 hours. So I was like, I have no idea how this is going to come out. Luckily, it was actually sitting pretty well, and it was all down green. So it wasn't too difficult a chip, but obviously under the circumstances, it was still somewhat difficult. So I think that was just as big, having a tap in par on 17.
Like you said, you had come close the previous 2 years here. What does it mean to finally get over the hump here and win this title?
Yeah, I felt like I had my crew that were out watching me all day, but once I got to 18, it felt like everyone was cheering my name a little bit louder. The members have been amazing to me here, and I think, it's such a special place, like to play here in LA and have so many people come out. I'm really excited to come back and defend and hopefully keep putting my name on the trophy.
We'll go to the Zoom. We'll come right back to the room. I apologize. Ken, if you could unmute your mic, that would be great.
Yeah, this is the second Australian win here in the last 3 events on tour. What does it mean to see Australian golf on the upswing?
Yeah, it's amazing. Minji won here, I guess, a few years ago, and I was able to see her win, and she did it in style, not quite a 2-hole playoff, but obviously Grace Kim winning earlier this year. I think it just motivates us to try and continue to win and, you know, represent Australia and do our best every week. So I think it's really exciting things ahead for all of us.
You talked about the emotions of the last few years. What were some of the lower moments that you felt like you had to bounce back from since 2019 to now?
I mean, I think COVID was difficult for everyone. I mean, probably coming from Australia as well is quite difficult to, you know, adjust my schedule and not go back to Australia as much as I would have liked. I did 3 lots of hotel quarantine in those 2 years, so I'm glad that's a thing of the past. But for any international player, it's a big sacrifice to come to America majority and play the tournaments over here. So I think that's probably the biggest hurdle that we have to face. But I feel like now that I've been able to get over this, you know, edge and be able to win, the sky's kind of the limit.
Thanks, Kent. We'll come back here in the room.
Hannah, how much do you think winning before helped you? I know it had been a while, but neither of your playing partners had won on the LPGA Tour before. How much do you think, you know, that experience helped you?
Yeah, I think it makes a big difference. And I also think having the results the last couple of years, playing in the last final groups, kind of knowing what it's like to play late in the afternoon here at Wilshire was helpful. But, I mean, those girls played really good. You know, every week people are playing a really amazing golf. So I just feel really lucky that I was able to come out on top.
We'll have one more from me, and then we'll wrap it up with something special over here to my right. Next week at Hanwha Life Plus International Crown, I know the Aussies are all really, really close. What's that, I guess, team room or maybe team chat going to be like as soon as you get there and they can congratulate you?
Yeah, I'm excited to see them all. Steph was here. I think Kempy's probably on a flight going up there right now, same with Minji. So it'll be really exciting to see them. And Kempy had a great week. I'm not sure how Steph and Minji finished up, but I think we've got a lot of potential in the group. So we're all really excited to get up to San Francisco. Maybe a little bit chilly for what we would like, but we want to win that crown.
Well, that's it for media questions. I think we have a special gift over here to our right, courtesy of Kendra Scott.
Oh, lovely.
Kendra Scott has been a long-time supporter and partner of this tournament since day one. So this is congratulations and courtesy of Kendra Scott.
Thank you. Shall I open it now?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll let her open it and then wrap it up here.
I'm going to break this. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. It's a necklace.
Awesome. Well, we'll say congratulations, Hannah Green. Enjoy the new bling and enjoy the bling next to you as well. And we'll see you next year.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Very nice.
What's Julie's last name?
Amato, I think it is.
I'll get a spelling.
Yeah, rest of the LPGA.
Thank you.